Some of you might not be very thrilled to hear this news, but unfortunately, Robert Saleh, who was recently fired this season from the Jets head coaching position, has signed on with a new team. And no, it is not with the San Francisco 49ers. Robert Saleh is now a member of a 49ers rival, the Green Bay Packers. He teams up with LaFleur in Green Bay, and he will actually be kind of a consultant of sorts. Not really a defined role. He will help the offense and how they determine to see defensive looks and see and basically a bunch of different things. But obviously, the reason why we're posting about this is because when he was fired, a lot of 49er fans wanted to see him return to the San Francisco 49ers in this role, even as the defensive coordinator. Like they just wanted to see Robert Saleh come back to the 49ers and help the defense at the time that was in a little bit of a rocky patch. And so obviously that didn't occur. He goes to a rival in the Green Bay Packers, and LaFleur does a much better job of kind of explaining how this came about and what his role will be right here.
You guys, we've been close for a really long time. We were roommates together back at Central Michigan, so you know, we thought it was a good idea just to bring him back, bring him here, and he's helping us on the offensive side of the ball. I think that's always a good deal to have that perspective, that defensive perspective on that side of the ball. So, just taking a look at some of the things we're doing.
For any period of time, or
I'd say it's pretty fluid.
Will he be here most days, most weeks, the rest of the year?
Again, it's pretty fluid. I think it's important for him to spend time, obviously, with his family. So he's staying through Thursday and going back on Friday.
He's staying with you and Bree?
God, you guys want to know all our business? Yes, he is staying.
Specifically had work with look at the offensive side. He had mostly defensive background.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity for, him to learn, and also for him to help us and give us perspective on how teams might see us, how they might defend us. Certainly can find holes or some vulnerabilities, if you will, in the defense that we're playing. So yeah, that's how we're going to use them.
I think you did the same thing with Aubrey.
Yes,
Pleasant.
we did it a couple years ago, so it's not like this hasn't happened before. We had Aubrey Pleasant here, and we found that to be beneficial. I think it's beneficial on both accounts too, just for him and for us.
Did you wait about 5 minutes after he departed New York to reach out to him, or how did that all come together?
You guys know that, again, he's one of my closest friends, and so we immediately talked, and I didn't try to put any pressure on him whatsoever. I just said, hey, if you want to stay involved or whatever, the opportunity would be here if you wanted it.
What did it say about him that he did want to take that opportunity? A lot of coaches in this league might be going off to a beach somewhere for the rest of the year.
Well, I told him to do that, but he didn't listen. I just think it speaks to how much he loves the game of football, and was obviously I think it's tough when it gets kind of taken away from you, and I don't think it was the right decision, but that's not for me.
So I know a lot of you guys are bummed out about this. I get it. I didn't think that it was going to happen personally. I know that Mike Silver said that Robert Saleh wasn't going to be coaching for anyone this season, and so I think that kind of quieted a lot of that conversation about bringing him back to the San Francisco Bay Area. But basically, how it happened today was, I think a beat reporter noticed that, Robert Saleh is on the sideline in practice. They're like, that's Robert Saleh. And he had like a play sheet and everything. And after that, LaFleur was able to, kind of spill the beans on what was going on and how he was going to be a part of the organization moving forward. And I know, again, 49er fans aren't going to be too thrilled to hear about that, because they really did want to get Robert Saleh back in the 49ers building. But it's not going to happen. Doesn't mean that Robert Saleh theoretically couldn't be an option. maybe at the end of the season, if that's where the 49ers wanted to go, if they weren't happy with how Sorensen and again, that this is way ahead. I'm just thinking out loud and speaking in ranges of outcomes. Maybe there's a range of outcome that he could come back over here, but I don't know. I don't know how that would work. Um, but yeah, I could imagine. You can kind of I could see the gif in the comment of my Instagram. Not yeah, it's I would say any news is bad news right now for 49er fans. Just kind of going through it after that Kansas City Chiefs loss, but I wanted to let you guys know. I wanted to show you guys the thought process behind that went everything with this from LaFleur, and just let you know that Robert Saleh is not coming back to the Bay. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.